Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here. I just did this whole video and it descended into something that I couldn't put out because I made the mistake, and I'm only going to briefly touch on this. I made the mistake of talking about Trump Gaza in the video. I'm not going to say any more than that, but it was hilarious. I just can't tell you. I can't put it out. I can't. Oh, it was hilarious. Do you know, that video is like something I would do for me if I had the AI know-how. It's like it would be Gaza Rocks or something. Just saying. Anyway, I kind of forgot to do the books yesterday. I've just done them once. I've got to do them again. So yeah, I forgot because where are we at? Oh. Yeah, I should have done this one yesterday. This is the I Have Spoken guy. And I like him. Krill. I don't know. He says, "We do it not for payment, but so to protect the child from imperial slavery. None will be free until the old ways are gone forever. I have spoken." I like him. He's kind of cute. And he's got chops. You know what I mean? Whoa, got chops. Got chops. And this is today's. And there we go. We've got that weapon that's like a taser, you know, and it's got like lightning that shoots out. And then we've got a very tiny little itty bitty Grogu there, and a Mando. So I have to do the jokes again. I can't believe I did a whole video. I can't show you. I couldn't, because there are people who love Trump, there are people who hate Trump. I was very diplomatic because I just said you only got him because you were jealous of us having Boris. But, you know, it was just funny, but I can't do it. Anyway, I wait until my son's... No, I've got to go back. I forgot. Question. My boobs, butt and even my feet have gotten bigger since I got pregnant. Is there anything that gets smaller during pregnancy? Answer. Your bladder. Bit true. It hurts so much more to be accidentally called your sibling's name once you learned your mum how much she complained about them. I've said because I said so for so long that my kids now fill in the so part. Once kids become teens, I got a dog just to feel affection from a living thing again. That's a bit true as well, isn't it? Because sometimes kids go through that awful rebellious stage. Oh no, and I'll shut the book. I'm gonna have to find that now. I think I'm there. My boobs, yeah. This was the first word, so we're not talking about my boobs. Just about the first word of that page was my boobs. Anyway, the girls. I'm back. So yeah, I won't touch on it again. It was just so funny. It was a work of art. It was a masterpiece, but I can't do it because, you know, I have to try and stay on the fence. I was on the fence. That's the thing. The video was so funny. It was. And the reaction of our commentators was the thing that was so funny. It was like, oh, I loved Boris, I have to say. You know, just saying. And I actually even like Richie Sunak. Richie the Snack, I used to call him. Not because I wanted to eat him or thought that he even looked remotely kind of delicious as a morsel. I didn't, you know. I'm kind of digging a grave here that I'm going to stop. So I'm expecting a parcel today, guys. A parcel that was a birthday present all the way from the US of A. I was going to say, no, I won't. All the way from the wonderful US of A. And Parcel Force are meant to be bringing it, but they're not here yet. So I'm not sure when you'll get to see this, whether whether they're going to actually bring it today or not. I don't know. I mean, it is, what is the time? Let's see. I'm doing this quite early for me. 13:05 precisely. So, yeah. We've got lots of time still to deliver it. We've had weird weather this morning. It wasn't too bad this morning, then it started raining and was just gloomy and horrible, cold. So I've not really wanted to venture outside. Part of me knows that I have to go out into the yarn van and sort out, because Gary and I just took the yarn down there yesterday. It's not in the way, it's not falling about or anything like that. I mean, most of it is in those big plastic tubs, but I just put it in there and left. So it needs sorting out into its own little room, you know, well, little space that it will occupy, its own piece of geography, its piece of real estate within the yarn van, so that I know where it is for a start. Because so many times when things get low, and rather than if something I don't want to buy again, then I'll put it in with another box, and then sometimes I don't label that, and then I go, what? So I sell it, and then I'm out there going, where is it? I've got to look for all these boxes now, and then I go through them and I can't find it. I go through them again and I can't find it. Start to panic at that point, thinking I'm going to be here forever, and then I finally find it, and it's usually where I started looking, and I wasn't observant enough to actually see it in the first place. And yeah, so I do need to be a bit more. Sometimes I'll put it in there and I get a label and I'll put it on, and that does not happen. So I need to be a bit more like I am on those days, rather than the way I am on the rest of the days, where I you know, stuff it somewhere and then can't remember. When I say stuff, I don't stuff it, you know, I put it in a box with other things. And I used to have a box that was called Things to be Put Away or Things Without a Home. That was a good box, that was. Obviously I needed it for something else, but you know, if I only had a few left of something, like when I had the Elise and or Lise, I don't know, I think it's just Elise. I used to have that really beautiful Elise yarn, and when it got to just the pink left, I put that somewhere, like with another yarn, or I get those little small boxes and it goes on top of them and I can usually see it. But you know, I'm not always, sometimes I'm just got 7 little things going on and I do it for quickness and then I don't label it. This morning I told myself off, like, you know, I had a little bit of a go at myself, because I was reacting. I was being reactionary rather than proactive. Oh, look at me with my jargon, I don't know. Yeah, my workplace jargon is coming out. What do I mean by that? So I would think, right, I'm going to strip my bed. So I'd take off the bedding and I put it in the washing bin, and then I'd walk in to the bathroom where the washing bin lives, and I'd think, oh, I need to sort these towels. So I would do those towels, and then I would walk back in to the bedroom and think, oh, I need to put the sheet on. So I put the sheet on, and then I think I'll do the quilt cover later, because you know what that's like. So I'd put it on the bed, and then I'd walk out and I'd think, oh, I've got to go and check the washing in the washing machine. So rather than just do a job, I walked to a place and got sidetracked by another job. So I'd walk into the kitchen and think, I better do that washing up then, and I'd do that washing up because I see it, you know. And then I go somewhere else and think, oh, the sofa needs a sort out, because there's lots of stuff that I've put on there and then Gary's put on there. They just things that need going back in the bedroom or whatever. And so I do that, and then as I walk in the bedroom I think, oh, I've got to do I've got to do this now. So, you know, rather than have a plan or do anything, I was just walking into a room getting distracted. And the worst one is when you put the tap on so that the water gets hot, and then you walk in the bedroom and get distracted and do your bed, and then come out and all your hot water's gone down the sink because you didn't come back, you know. So that's what I was doing. I was really annoying myself with, I was just plodding from room to room, meandering through the house, getting distracted with jobs as I go, rather than doing anything well. And so I kind of gave myself a talking to and said, stop being so reactionary. You know you've got to do that, but just do one thing first and see it through. Anyway, everything's done. Bed's done. Washing up's done. The new washing's done. It's hanging up and drying. It's all actually done now. But, you know, kind of... Do you do that? Do you have a plan, though? Do you actually get your job done? Or do you walk somewhere else and think that needs doing and half do that and then walk somewhere else and half do that, and then you, oh yeah. And I sat here this morning thinking I haven't really got anything to do at the minute, and rather than say, okay, you know that time when your flight was delayed by 3 days, you still haven't done that claim, why don't you do that? And I looked at the computer and thought, oh no, I'm not doing that. I walked out. So that's too big a job. I need to be in the right frame of mind for that one. I kind of walked away, and I don't get my money back, or at least some, you know, so I need to do that. You know, just being a bit flaky, I don't know. But thankfully anyway, I didn't tell you this because it was on the video with where I overstepped the mark, being flippant and funny. Yeah, I kind of had a bad night. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up with the most excruciating stomach pains, and it was my own fault because yesterday, I just need to finish this tea, hang on. See, distracted. It's gone cold. It's because I did the other video, see, it's not fresh. Anyway, can't drink anymore. So we went out for a Bella Italia on the way home from the hospital yesterday, as I told you. And when we go there, Gary always has the same thing. We both have a pasta. Mine is the pollo cacciatore that I like, and he likes the Marco Polo. So we both have that, but I have mine gluten-free. And then we share a pizza, so I asked for a gluten-free base. Now, I don't care if the toppings have got a bit of gluten in, because I'm not that bad that I will, you know, keel over and die or anything. So, you know, if I have a little bit, I kind of don't mind. So, but at least the base is fine. So, yeah, I'd eaten it all, and I sat there, and I said, you know what I forgot? And he said, what? I went to ask for gluten-free. And he said, oh. And I said, oh, in the back of my mind, I said, I am so going to pay for that right later on. And then we watched TV when we got home, like, you know, later on in the evening after I'd done my work. And I thought, you know, I've escaped it. Didn't. 3 o'clock in the morning, I got woken up by the most horrendous stomach cramps. And every time I'd go to the loo, the little girl's room, and I go back to bed, and all of a sudden it'd be like, no, go. And I just have stomach cramps again. And this went on, and I thought after the 4th visit, oh, I'm not getting back to sleep now, am I? This is just ridiculous. But I did, you know. And I woke up at a decent time this morning. So I did get back to sleep, thank goodness. But boy, I really need to not do that to myself ever again. It's just purely forgot to ask for it. So normally it doesn't bother me in there, because I kind of have everything that, even the dessert I had was gluten-free, because they do this kind of cookie dough dessert that is gluten-free, just happens to be. It's the only thing that I had that was good for me. The rest of it was all, you're not. So but we always have the same thing, and I just totally forgot, because they do a blue light deal in there, like 25% off Monday. I think it's used to be Monday to Thursday, but I think they extended it a bit, I can't remember. So I figured, you know, we'd go there. And anyway, so that's it for me today. I decided there would be nothing at all in my diet that wasn't gluten-free. So I've been doing that. I had gluten-free bread, but I haven't started the diet. I'm doing that tomorrow, so I'm going to get my stomach back to normal first. And then once that's kind of back to normal, then I can get stuck in to doing that. But boy, oh boy, I kind of need to make sure I don't do that to myself anymore. Absolutely. I'm really hot today. I don't know why. Probably, you know, I don't know, the tea, maybe. I haven't got any heating on. So there is one on out there, but that's all. Sort of a small one. It kind of does make the whole house nice, actually, just that one. Not unless it's really cold, then it doesn't touch the sides, you know, got to put heaters on. But it's actually quite, in here, quite mild, but not so much outside. I started watching Snowpiercer last night, and I'm still watching Unforgotten. Not really enjoying the new person in it, I have to say. Not yet. But I thought, should I watch the first one and see what the new season's like? And within the first episode, I thought, oh, I'll watch them all now. But I'm not going to just, I thought if I do that, if I go through those, then I'll forget what's happening and I'm forgotten. So I'm gonna watch them both. Gary doesn't like that. You know, if we're watching a series, he likes to just watch it. And then I kind of get used to doing that with him. But when I watch things, I can watch 3 or 4 things on a chart. It doesn't matter. You know, I don't normally just restrict myself to one. But it's kind of had that influence on me. So last night I broke it. I decided to do both. Because it gives you some, you know, what you might fancy one day is not the same as what you might fancy the next day. So I did intend to get my WIP out today, do my measurements and really get stuck into that and do the tutorial, but it might have to start tomorrow if everything's all right. I just didn't feel very nice this morning when I woke up. I was a bit in a funk, I'd say, having had a broken night's sleep. But, you know, at least I got a clean bill of health from the doctor, and my throat is less sore today than it was yesterday. It has been like that for the last 4 days. It's been gradually getting better. I haven't looked in it to see if it's all gone back to normal, but, you know, I know that it wasn't as bad when the last time I looked. So hopefully it's all going and getting out of me and I'll get back to normal. That was worrying, actually, don't mind saying. I'm going to put my hand cream on. And I keep that in here so that every now and then I can give it a little go over. Indeed. Well, I had to be Australian to say that. I'll never know, but there you go. When I was in Las Vegas, you know, most people, they would stop me and they go, "Are you Australian?" And I go like, no, I'm from England. English, as Austin Powers would say. But a lot of people, they do get kind of confused between the accents now. But Australians tend to go up at the end of their sentences, whereas we don't. Well, unless you watch Neighbours all the time, then you do. It kind of crept into our way of speaking because of the large number of Australian soaps that were getting watched, with Home and Away, Neighbours. Started when I used to watch the old ones before they came on the scene. Loved them, especially the Sullivans and Sons and Daughters. I loved. Used to watch all of those. Great TV. Great. So yeah, can I get my whips out? That sounds rude, but I am. Can I get my whip? Not just that one that I mentioned earlier with the measuring and getting it done. I'm going to get all my whips out and start blitzing those, because I think, you know, where I was ill, everything kind of suffered. I had achy arms, and I knew I couldn't crack on. I've been doing, I did my little tutorial. I've got one mitten made in the other design, and I've got to make that baby blanket. So I've got several whips as well that are sitting there waiting for finishing. So I'll have to get on with those. And maybe I'll do a whip along. Yeah, maybe. And maybe a livey. Maybe I'll do a little livey stream sometime. Haven't done one for a little while. Used to do them like every other day. A long time ago when I first started my channel, I used to do them perhaps every other day, or sometimes there were like, I do them days and consecutive days, but I would certainly do at least 3-4 a week. I used to do them all the time. So many people now, though, you know, doing them, and so many people have different formats that they use, you know, and stuff. So yeah, maybe you can actually tell me what you like in your live streams. You know, do you like the structure? Like some people sit and show yarns and hooks and stuff like that, and chat yarn, and some people they'll sit and work while they're doing it, and they'll have competitions, and you know, the structure. Me, I used to just get on and have a good old chinwag with you guys, and talk about things that you bring up and that I bring up, and treat the whole thing like a big yarny chat. Or whatever direction, usually into the direction of food and stuff like that as well. Drink, you know, all those beverages, I should say beverages, not drink. That sounds bad, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. Mine would just be like this, but with you answering and me bouncing off of your ideas, which is how mine always used to be. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Can't say that I'll do that many because of life the way it is. Very busy at times, and as it is, I've got to go out there and pack some yarn, do some yarny orders for picking up. So thank you for watching, and don't forget, I've in a minute I've got to film my hump day giveaway, so that will have gone up yesterday for you guys, because as you know, yeah, your today is my yesterday. So yeah, that will be up already, and it's a doozy. You really don't want to miss it. So I also filmed in Open With Me, and I'm going to give that away as a birthday doodah, so that'll probably pop up today for you guys. Yeah, so they probably both will pop up for you, I reckon. Maybe if not, one will pop up today and then the giveaway tomorrow. So yeah, maybe that way round. Thanks for watching, you guys. I will see you on the next one. Shame I couldn't put that video up. It was hilarious, but you know, it's not it's a subject that's sore with some people as well, and sore with others for other reasons. So it's best to stay clear, isn't it? Controversial subjects. Let's just talk yarn. Simple things that unite us, not divide us. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.